Hello everyone and welcome to our recent product updates. In this update, I'm going to show you our new functionality about Cashbooks and ability to manage multiple Cashbooks in our system, about our invoicing improvements, about some improvements on front desk regarding companies, about cleaning fees in our emails, and some improvements to departments and employees. So let's get started from Cashbooks. So in this version, we added the ability to manage multiple Cashbooks in our system. For those hotels that had already been using our Cashbooks, the one default Cashbook they were using is called main, and it's saved here. So this is the same Cashbook we used to see with the custom time frame, with ability to filter and make some settings. And this Cashbook also contains all automatic cash payments in the system. So everything that is paid in the system by cash automatically gets displayed in this Cashbook. Nothing new here. Same revenues, same expenses. So let me show you what's new. So now we can create new Cashbooks. So let's just call it new monthly Cashbook with ID like this. And we can just copy paste this name here. We can select what balance we want to start from 0, or maybe we already have some amount. And also we added some extension to Cashbooks, which are totally optional. First off, we can select time frame for Cashbook. It can be custom, how it was before, or it can be monthly. So our Cashbook will be managed by months, and every month will be automatically created on the first day of the month. Also, we have the possibility to choose if we want default accounts to be created in our Cashbook, or we want to create them manually. So we can just use this one or switch it off. Same way, we can select if we want to use VATs in this Cashbook or no. If we want to use cost points, if we have some multiple points where we're selling our services, for example, we can also toggle this option. So maybe for now, to see everything, I'll just enable everything here, and we'll see how it works. So now we created our Cashbook. As we can see, if we select monthly option, our first tab of the Cashbook looks different. We see the current months here from the first day of the month. We are able to close it, but now I'm not gonna do this. We'll do it tiny later. So let's see what we have here. So now we can see periods are all empty grid because we didn't add any revenues and expenses. So let's go to settings and see what we can do here. Here we can edit our Cashbook. After we created it, only these fields are available for changing. So we can only change name IDs and perform cash count option. Everything else we cannot change. In future releases, there will be an option to delete Cashbook if it was created with mistakes. We didn't do any entrances there, like didn't add any revenues or expenses. We can freely delete it, but we'll deploy it a bit later. We also can see here our settings that we've chosen when we're creating a Cashbook, and we can see the default accounts that were created. As we know, accounts with billing reason, invoice, and prepayment, they are used for automatic payments. So whenever we create cash payment in hotel, all records will be displayed in these two accounts, which have invoice and prepayment billing reasons. Also, we can add some other billing reasons or like nothing changed from what we had previously. We can add new accounts as well. So everything is pretty easy. Also, we can add some cost points. Let it be reception, for example, or any restaurant or any place you want. And we can go and try create our revenues and expenses. So we can select the date and time of our revenue. We can choose to upload receipt if we need to. Also, we can create, use custom billing reason, or use the preset one, use this bank account or change another, enter some amount, and select VATs that are set in our settings general of our hotel. So I can just simply use without VATs and add some description. Also, we can add multiple items here. So for example, maybe this will be some salad, for example. Let's make the price tiny smaller, and just for example, some coffee. So we can now add multiple sub items to our revenues or expenses. And we can see our items are displayed in the grid right now. Everything that I created. Also, I enabled automatic receipt generation here, so I can see my receipt. I didn't do any manual attachments, so I see no here. And description of my items. And the ledger ID, it's the number of entry that I made. And sub IDs, they will be start from 0 to any amounts of sub items you will enter. So now I can see every bit I entered in this grid, and I have option to edit this. So I can select different time. I can select different billing reason or different account. For example, let's change it to revenue. So every each mistake that been made can be fixed here. I can save it. And we can see that date and time changed, and my account number changed as well. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Also, I have a possibility to close some months. It's only available for the monthly timeframes in Cashbooks. But this is pretty much it. Our automatic payments will be assigned to the account that has billing reasons, revenue expense for prepayment or invoice. So if we set few Cashbooks with exactly the same accounts and billing reasons, and they contain this invoice and prepayments, automatic prepayments will go to any of those Cashbooks. So we have to make sure we have to select the Cashbook we want to use for our automatic payments, for example, and keep accounts with billing reasons, revenue or expense in that Cashbook. Okay, this is it about Cashbooks. Also, we made some improvements on our front desk by request from our clients. They were asking to be able to see company name on the front desk. So here I created a reservation for company, and the company name will be displayed here from the beginning. So it's easier to navigate now and easier to understand where are our company bookings. This is pretty much about it. And also, let's check the reservation. And we added the ability to show the name of the guest in the invoice in a way that we want to see what guest ordered what orders. So simply by splitting charges or moving charges from guest to guest, we now are able to see these guests' names in the invoice in front of the item this guest is assigned to. So I just splitted charges and created the invoice. And I can see that I have the guest name specified next to the item in the invoice. Okay, this is pretty much it about the invoice. Also, let's go to our settings departments. We made it possible to manage employees of the departments easily and added the possibility to see how many employees we have in specific departments, and we can now navigate from here to the list of those employees. And same way, whenever we're creating a user with a user permission department and selecting some different departments, it can be all of them, it can be a few of them, this employee will automatically be displayed in front of departments he's assigned to. So small improvements by requests as well. And also we added some more details about the reservation to the confirmation email. So I present some email for myself. As we can see, my booking confirmation email now has all the taxes displayed in it, the prices, cleaning fees, city tax, VATs. So now it's nice and clear how much and for what items the guest will be paying. Okay, this is pretty much it about the new features. Also, we were working on some updates in layouts and improvements in some speed of some elements of our system. I won't be showing them in details, but a lot of them were made in this release. Okay. Also, we made some new updates in our booking engine settings and allowed to customize some labels and buttons that are displayed on the booking engine for our guest. So here we added a new tab in booking engine settings with all the sections that we might see on our booking engine. So for example, we had guests and nights, portfolio, rooms, deals, services, total to pay, some section names, some filter names, some button names. Now we are able to customize the name of those fields. For example, I already used the custom name for guests and nights. Now it replaced for select accommodation here. Also, I changed a little bit check in, check out, just added this symbol here. And everything is changed. But we have to keep in mind that if we want to change any label or button, I'll just show you everything we have here. So all these labels and buttons, they can be changed. But we have to pay attention to the language. For example, if I added the translate here for English, but didn't add it to German, then I will not see any changes in German. This is pretty much it. So it helps to customize booking engine more for different needs. And we are happy that finally we added this opportunity. Also about booking engine, we added some fixes and some improvements to layout. We removed some redundant data, and also we added the ability to order services for guests and attach those services to one of his present bookings. So for example, I can find some rooms. You can see that rooms amount, it will be recalculated here. Here we can see how much rooms we are able to choose from by our search criteria. So let's see for example, hospitality lodge, reserve. And we can also add few services to the cart. And now there is one additional field here, which is called assign room. So to my order, I can select from the rooms that are currently in cart, or I can select of any of my booked rooms. So for example, let's attach it to the one that is in my cart. Let's go to checkout. Let's check the required fields. Here we can remove it. We can add some different room if we change our mind, but still, let's keep this one and book now. And let's check our reservation as hotel admin. Is it this one? I think I misclicked to the wrong reservation. Yes, it's this one. So I can see my order is here. And what else was new? Also, we were working on some speed improvements and minor UI UX improvements, and also the customization. Yeah. This is pretty much it about the booking engine.
Thank you all for joining, and have a good day.